guys, so thank you for joining my channel today. My name is Priscilla. I had to stop the video after taking out your two mystery cards for the month of June, and I decided to take out two cards because being that the month is a whole month, I have taken out two cards. But from now on, I am just going to do weekly readings, not monthly readings, but I'm still going to take out two mystery cards. And I was just sharing that I am going to have a giveaway every month for 4 weeks. Every week, I'm going to choose a winner, but I won't announce it until the end of June, when I will do a video and then announce the names. And then in the next month, I'll be doing a reading each week for each person who wins. But you need to be subscribed, and you need to write your name down along with a flower emoji. Then I will announce those names and do one reading per week for the following month, and so forth and so on. So I had to stop the video because I don't know why I thought I had already done the Gemini reading, but I was thinking last week. So I put the two cards aside, and the card that you got was lost. So I was just saying, sometimes, I'll read it again. It says, sometimes we must lose things and people to appreciate them and their value. Then other times we must lose to gain. And I was saying that a lot of the times we might feel that when we lose, but in reality, when we lose, we gain. Because if somebody or something is affecting us and we lose it, we're really gaining, because we don't want that energy in our life. You know, unless it's something like it's somebody's really worth it, and then you know their value and and their worth, then it becomes a loss. But if it's not, it's not. But we're gonna see how this is going to unfold. I'm also using 11 decks because it is the month and there's different situations. And like I said before, I want you guys to be able to walk away at least with something. You know, the whole reading might resonate, some pieces of the reading might resonate, and then the rest will, you know, another person will benefit. So I'm using 11 decks. I'm using 2 tarot decks. But let's see how all of this unfolds in the end, since all my readings so far have been synchronized. So we have broom, and that basically means, you know, you're making space for something better. So you're losing, but that's okay, because you're making space for something better. So it's not a loss that you're going to, it's going to really affect you. Perhaps for some it will affect you, maybe for others it won't, but you are making space for something new. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. This is what I like, the jumpers. The Hermit. There are some things that must be done on your own. So a lot of the time when we go into Hermit mode, is because we don't want to be bothered. Plain and simple. When I go into Hermit mode, I want to solve my problems on my own. And a lot of the times people feel that way is because people criticize so much, right? You might go to one friend and say something, and they might come up with this whole idea, and then you go to your parents and they tell you something else. Then you go to your sister and something else happens, and you just become, you go bananas. So it's best to just, in a time of loss and having to make space, you need to have your own space. So you go into hermit mode, you know, you're on your own to see what else, how you're going to solve your problems. You know, sometimes that's best. And then we have the King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. So this might be speaking to, perhaps when you come out of hermit mode, you might decide, I'm just going to go and speak to this particular person, because that person I know isn't going to judge me, is going to hear me out, and all those good things. Because, you know, what the card is saying, when we come together, this is why I'm so big on one love and that phrase, because when you can come together to solve problems and learn from someone, I wouldn't be surprised if the Hierophant comes out, and learn from someone, you know, that can help you get through the hurdles, then it's unity, right? You're not working alone, and you're able to have that support that you need. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the word. So let's see what comes out. All right, we got 3. And back to this card. You see, I was just saying this. Reach out for help. So the number 3 This is Capricorn energy, might be significant to you. But it's all about cooperation. And within that cooperation and speaking to somebody, you gain, right? You gain understanding, you gain the help, you gain the advice, you gain being able to get your mind right, clear your mind, and see how you're going to move forward. Because there's a lot of juggling, right? You're not balanced. There's like, what am I doing? I'm all over the place. Several people have gotten, and so you need to like gain the balance in order for you to build for success and not stay in that energy of loss, but rather say, you know what? I lost this. I lost a job. I lost a person. I lost an opportunity, because there's always opportunities, right? And that's exactly what happened, because you went through a death, or you're going to go through a death, because right now you're probably, just making the space and not even knowing what that death is going to be. But eventually there's going to be a death, because deaths are about leaving something behind, which is why you're making the space, right? And it happens slowly. Right? It was like a process. Maybe, for example, you were with somebody and you were in that situation, but you knew down in your heart that you were slowly getting to that point, that eventually it would just be inevitable. If you got something, I don't remember what was Gemini's last reading, but sometimes the weeks go by and the message doesn't change because you're still in that energy for some of you. And others of you, you might have just, gotten into the energy. But in the end, there's something being given to you, that Ace of Pentacles, right? So, because you're going to be focusing on what you need to do. You see, he's focused. He's just looking at that pentacle like, I need to get this done. So once you get through all of this, that's when you're going to be like, okay, enough. And then things turn in your favor, the Wheel of Fortune. Right? So it's starting to take, and whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, to me is like saying, God, Jesus, take the wheel. Because you need to gain that strength after this loss. But you do so when you surround yourself with people who can give you that little push. And like I said in the beginning, not everybody's going to give you that push. Not everybody's going to understand, but there's going to be that one person that after you take the time to go into the hermit mode, you're going to be like, okay, you know what? Let me find the cooperation. Whether that be one person you trust, many people you trust, whatever the case may be. All right, let's look at love. I'm going to leave the messages. I'm going to be putting from the messages from the universe, angel numbers, and also the animal oracle. But I want to leave, and then the 2 secret cards I want to leave for the end. Let's see if anything with love is synchronized with the cards that already came out. Or if the loss has to do with love. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody driving and like you're gonna be driving when you're listening to this. Okay, we're not over yet. There's still something between us. So you know how it goes, right? In life, we break up, we go back together, we break up, we go back together. So for some of you, it might be the case that you broke up with somebody, you're feeling the loss only for the moment that you guys are not together. And then you may both be thinking, this isn't over. There's something else. Just when some of you think, let me make space for this, here comes this person again. So it might not really be like an oral loss. This is for some of you. No doubt, you are the one and only I want to spend the rest of my life with. So again, for others of you, these two actually go hand in hand, because whoever this person might be, and this might be a person of Scorpio. This person might have fire in their sign. Also Capricorn. Wow, Capricorn strongly. So it might really be somebody of the sign of Capricorn. Yeah, so this person is probably, or both of you, you guys are not, it's not really over. Maybe you guys, for some of you. So maybe, this person needed to take the time away, or you needed to take the time away to realize, what they say, if something comes back, it's because it was yours. Maybe they just needed the time, or you needed the time to go within, right? To see what it is really that you want. And that's an ongoing story when it comes to love, right? That's one thing that never changes. It's like we separate, we'll go back together, we won't go back together, back and forth. But it's always like the same concept, right? GPS. Somebody else got this week. So although this person is not with you, they're watching you. They're checking to see where you are, probably checking your social media. Maybe you need to block them, in order to go within and have your time out. Wow. And also, I don't know how this might resonate, but police station, maybe you might need to call the police on this person because, they're bothering you too much. And they're not leaving you alone, and they're constantly, tracking you. So that might be the case that you might need to call the police. And again, that's for some of you. Others of you, this person is just watching you. But it might just get to the point where you're like, okay, wait a minute. This person is acting a little too weird. Or maybe there has been disagreements of some sort. Let me pull one more. Just to get a little more clarification. Spirit, give me one more and clarify police station. Please and thank you. Don't lose faith. Good things are ahead of us. Okay. So that ties in with whomever still believes that you are the person that they're supposed to spend their time with. And probably they're like spying on you because they want to see who you're with. Like, they don't want to lose you. It's like, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. I can be with you right now, but I'm also concerned about who you are with. All right. Let's leave that there to see. Let's get our universe message. It says, of course, you will make mistakes, but the biggest one will be not to try. You have nothing to lose. This thing you have been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. Better an oops than what if. We are here to support you. Okay. Because sometimes when we're somebody, I know that for me, there was a time that I was in a relationship and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it my all. Because I'd rather give it my all than walk away and wonder what could have been. So for some of you, you might be like, I'm just going to go all the way. Yeah, we've had issues, but, I feel for this person that this is the person for me. And I'm just going to roll with the punches for now and not have to wonder later what could have been. So it's true. And that doesn't just apply to love. You know what I mean? You have nothing to lose on anything. That's why I tell people, even when you try different foods, I'm like, okay, just try it. You have nothing to lose, right? The worst that's going to happen is that you're not going to like it. But none of us really have anything to lose. But if we don't try, could you imagine? What if I do try that piece of food or whatever and I end up liking it? If I had not tried it, I would have missed out like forever. Like I tried fried scallops and they were so good I ended up liking them. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I've been missing out. All right, so Scorpio energy, or Scorpio. If you haven't seen a Scorpio, you're seeing it now. And it says, you are invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving based on this principle. Destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. So it's all over. Even if we decide like with this person or with this person, things might have, been destroyed. And now you're just trying to rebuild. So you're going to be giving you're going to give yourself within that relationship the opportunity to begin again, to give it another try before you throw in the towel. I'm recording with my iPad today, and I love the way the pictures are showing up. I may just make this a thing. Everything shows really nice and close. Oh, we did that already. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, these are our angel number messages. Just one, Spirit, please, and thank you. Just one. Thank you. Okay, 2121. So either 21 or 12 might be significant. 2, 4, 6, the number 6, and it says energy levels, prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, the opposite sex. So for some of you, you might be in an opposite sex relationship. Shout out to my LGBT community. You hold a special place in my heart. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. So believe in you. When you go within, right? When you're in this energy, believe in you. Don't doubt your decisions. Don't doubt your decisions based on what people are telling you. Because people can drive you crazy, as I said, right? Or find out one person that you know, like I said, is going to be a help rather than be judgmental. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, we did all of them. All right, let's do an angel message. Spirit, what do we have for the sign of Gemini? Can I please have one card? Oh, wow. Feels like they don't want to come out. The deck feels heavy. One card, please. One. Thank you. Wow. Decision. You have Angel Jophiel. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So you're in that energy because you're not having your confidence, and you need to make this decision of whether or not you're going to give this person a chance or you're going to let things go. But whatever it is that's holding you back, it's almost like they're right. It's almost like detoxing, right? Maybe taking the time to think, what am I going to say to him? What really are the pros and the cons? That's what Spirit's telling me. Pros and cons. And I see something going like this, almost like a balance, right? To see what it is that, you know, I'm hearing, like, is there more good than there is bad? So that, based on that, like, that's the message Spirit is giving you. Let me go through a whole list and see, is there more good than there is bad? And then from there, make your decision. That's usually how I tend to do things. Just, it kind of makes sense. Like, I just had like a mental list. All right, guys. So leap of faith. You have told Spirit. Jump in fearlessly, knowing that every small step counts towards your ultimate success. So even if you're taking baby steps to do this, or, yeah, because I don't think they leap like really far. So just take that moment to really think things through and take your time. You know, take your time, but do it like with confidence. Do it fearlessly, knowing that in the end, no matter what you decide, it's going to be what you needed to decide. Because destiny is destiny. Whatever, you know, is written for us, it's just a matter of if it's going to apply. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. Somebody else got this car. Also this week. So just know, remember this car. Which one was? What was it? Hold on a second, you guys, because I really like to. There was a car that said, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. We are here to support you. So you're not alone, right? You definitely, whether that's somebody who has passed, you know, sometimes when people pass, we consider them our angels, or whether that's somebody here on earth that's going to help you out. All right, I'm going to do letters for this reading because so you guys have an idea. Or so you can see, who this reading is for. So, actually, let me, because that won't know. So you have L. L again. If any of these initials resonates with the person, U, with their first or last name, Y, and, K. Alright, guys. So, that is your reading, Gemini. Thank you for being here with me. Remember to look at the About section to see if you happen to forget about the free reading that I'm offering for the entire month, weekly, one person a week. Just writing your name, your first name, not first and last, if that doesn't make you feel comfortable, and then a flower emoji, and then I'll be looking through the comments. But remember, you have to be subscribed. All right, guys, it has been a pleasure. One love. Take care.